Hey guys, welcome back. Bolt Spider here, and my hunch was correct. Tonight is Age of Overlord, the brand new core set that's coming to the OCG on July 22nd, 2023. This is going to be our fall set, probably October or late October, early November for TCG. And we have brand new Zark cards. Total of 7 cards, and I knew the hunch was correct from the Animation Chronicles that this was going to be getting support. So let's see what it holds. First off, we have Supreme King Gate Magician. It's a level 7 light pendulum, scale of 1, 2500 and 2000. This is Astrograph Sorcerer's purified form. I believe with Chronograph Sorcerer, I'm not too sure, but having a purified version of Astrograph is pretty nice. I haven't read any of the cards, so this is going to be blind, and let's get into it. The Pendulum effect, you can only use the second effect of this card once per turn. Supreme King Zark, you control, cannot be banished by your opponent's effects. During your main phase, destroy this card and place one Supreme King Gate monster other than Supreme King Gate Magician from your deck or hand to your Pendulum Zone. So you can get Gate 0, Gate Infinity, or the other brand new Lightworm. And then it is a Spellcaster Pendulum effect, and you can only use each effect of this card's monster effects once per turn. If you control a Supreme King Gate monster in your Pendulum Zone other than Supreme King Gate Magician, you send a Pendulum Dragon, Synchro Dragon, Exceed Dragon, or Fusion Dragon monster from your extra deck to the graveyard and special summon this card from your hand. If this card is special summoned, you can add one card that lists Supreme King Zark from your deck to your hand other than spellcaster monsters. So being able to add any single card that lists Supreme King Zark is very powerful, and in my opinion, this is a really good start to the support. Next up, we have Supreme King Gate Lightworm. It is a level 4 Dragon Pendulum Tuner effect, 1200 attack, 1800 defense, and a scale of 8. So far, these scales are pretty good. You can only use the Pendulum effect of this card once per turn. If a monster is special summoned and you control both a Supreme King Zark and a Pendulum monster, you can special summon this card, then this card's attribute and level becomes the same as the Pendulum monster you control or the other. So this is kind of like how Flying Stampede works, where one becomes the level or the other one becomes the level. So this becomes the attribute and level of the Pendulum monster or the other. So this is actually very good. You can only use each effect of this card's monster effects per turn, once per turn. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add one Supreme King Dragon or Supreme King Gate monster from that is face up from your extra deck to your hand. Then you may perform the Synchro or Exceed summon of a Supreme King Dragon Synchro or Exceed monster. Is it with the one they added to your hand or cards on the field? That's a very good question. Probably the cards on the field, or the one that you added to your hand. I really like that. If this face up card is in your extra deck, when a face-up Pendulum monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can add this card to your hand. This is a very good card, honestly. Next up, we have Supreme King Divine Dragon. Odd-Eyes Arc V Dragon. It is a level 12 Dragon Fusion Pendulum effect, scale of 13, 4000 attack, 4000 defense, and it's the light version of Zark, which is the purified version. So let's get right into it. The Pendulum effect is you can only use this card's Pendulum effect of Supreme King Divine Dragon Odd-Eyes Arc V Dragon once per turn. If you control 2 cards in the Pendulum Zones, you can special summon this card from the extra deck. Then you can apply this effect. Shuffle 1 card in the Pendulum Zone into the deck. Then, if you shuffled it into the extra deck, you could special summon that monster, ignoring its summoning conditions. I am sorry, this card is very, very good. That is actually very good. So, This plus another one, you could just special summon it, and then you get to special shuffle something back, and if it was something from the extra deck, you could summon. That is very good. And the materials are 4 dragon monsters, 1 fusion, synchro, exceed, and pendulum monster each. So just like how original Zark is, absolutely fine. This card is always treated as Supreme King Zark, and must first be either fusion summoned or special summoned by tributing 1 level 12 Supreme King Zark you control. I think it's Supreme King Dragon Zark. Isn't it Supreme King Dragon Zark? I feel like it is. No, it's Supreme King Zark. Why do I think it has dragon in the name? The monster effect is, if this card is special summoned from the extra deck, you can place 1 pendulum monster from your deck into your pendulum zone. That's super broken. That's kind of broken. And if this card in the monster zone is destroyed, you could place it into your pendulum zone. So yeah, this and another scale, you can summon this out. Yeah, this card is relatively very good, and I really like it. Next up, we have Pendulum Evolution. It is the nod to the Pendulum Evolution set, and it is a continuous spell card. You can only use each effect of Pendulum Evolution once per turn. You could shuffle 1 pendulum monster from your hand into the deck, add 1 pendulum monster with 2500 attack, and with a different name than the shuffled monster from your deck to your hand. 1 pendulum monster with 2500 attack? I need to double check these targets real quick. 2500. Yeah, 2500 attack on a pendulum monster. Fire Opal Head, Lance for Linkus. Mandragon. We have Anti-Human Intelligence Messiah. That's actually a funny tech card. Performapal Smile Sorcerer. Performapal Laugh Maker. Supreme King Dragon Odd Eyes. Oh. T-Sulfa Cord. Butia. Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. Astrograph Sorcerer. Odd Eyes Phantom Dragon. Abyss Actor Superstar. Zhangxi Magician. Dynamis Spinos. There are quite a bit of targets for that. That's really good. During your main phase, if you special summon a pendulum monster from the extra deck this turn, you can immediately after this effect resolves, pendulum summon. Okay, so you can get multiple pendulum summons per turn, and it doesn't have to be right after you pendulum summon, so you just pendulum summon once, do your stuff, pendulum summon again. Man, Zephyr Metatron's gotta be broken, because having 3 zones pointing down. And you can target 1 Supreme King Zark you control this turn. That monster can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. On a 4K beat stick, swinging into multiple cards, very, very good. Next up, we have Dragon with Radiant Wings. Quick play spell card. You can only activate 1 Dragon with Radiant Wings per turn. During the main phase, you can add 1 Supreme King or Supreme King Gate. Well, 1 Supreme King Dragon or Supreme King Gate pendulum monster from your deck to your hand, or if you control Supreme King Zark, you can special summon it instead. This stuff is really broken. This stuff is really good. I really like it. Next up, we have the nod to the anime Supreme King Dragon's Miracle. It's not a Supreme King Dragon card because it has an apostrophe S, and it's a normal trap card. If you control a Supreme King Zark, you can activate one of the following effects. Each effect may only be chosen once per turn. You can destroy 1 Supreme King Zark you control and special summon either an Odd Eyes Pendulum monster or light Supreme King Zark from your deck or extra deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. So you can summon out a lot of different pendulum monsters just from this. That's actually very good. Or you could place 1 face-up pendulum monster from your extra deck into your pendulum zone, or you could set any quick play spell card from your deck to your field. You could set Forbidden Droplet if you really wanted to, or just many other cards. Dynamorphia is going to have a lot of fun with this card since it can already play the Supreme King Dragon Trap card, so that's very good. And finally, we have Sullivan, the Heavenly Supreme King, another normal trap card. You can only activate 1 copy of this card per turn. Tribute 1 spellcaster pendulum monster with an original attack of 2500 you control. Fusion summon 1 Supreme King Zark by banishing materials from your hand, deck, extra deck, field, or graveyard. If you do not have a Pendulum Dragon, Exceed Dragon, Synchro Dragon, and a Fusion Dragon that are banished negate the effects of the special summon monster. So you're just using 4 cards to summon out Zark for pretty much free. By attributing a spellcaster Pendulum. I'm gonna go to the drawing board with a few decks with this support because, God, this support is very crazy. I want to know what you guys think about Age of Overlord and the brand new Zark support. But anyways, I've been Bolt Spider. See you guys in the next video, and goodbye.